Yes, I am well and decent. Yes, I'm good. Just come in already. Well, good morning to you too. Wait, are those... You got me flowers? How sweet of you. Oh, you didn't need to get me anything. A congratulations from you was enough. Well, thank you. You even got me my favorites. How did you know I love hydrangeas and myosotis? Ah, you saw me then. My little garden. I didn't think you would notice. I've always loved their blue color. It's a peaceful one. The meaning behind the flowers are quite wonderful too. Did you know of the meanings when you made me this bouquet? Okay, well, myosotis are a legendary flower. They symbolize love, respect, fidelity, and faithfulness. Hydrangeas have many meanings as well. Actually, did you know that the color of the flower itself changes depending on the soil? I think that's pretty cool. They can symbolize heartfelt emotions like deep love, passion, or gratitude. Blue ones in particular are often seen as an apology or remorse. Though I don't think you're apologizing for anything. Unless you did something and you didn't tell me. They're quite lovely, though. Thank you. I love them. Really. Am I smiling too much? Well, it's just... It really made me happy and... Well, I'm only a tad excited. Okay. Maybe a little more than just a tad. I'm quite a bit, giddy, perhaps. I didn't think I would look so forward to this day either, if I'm being completely honest. It's rather fun, though, I'd say. I like these weird, gaudy traditions, and it's kind of new to me. As lame as they might be. You're just as lame as I, though. But I like that about you. I mean, look at you. You're all dressed up, too. Did Uncle get to you? That's what I thought. Your hair is all slicked back and funny. Hey, I mean, not like funny. You look good. It's just unusual to see you like this. Well, ruffled up, kinda messy. Doesn't look like you washed your hair in a couple days because you've been way into reading a book. You look good. Proper. It suits you to be all, I don't know, dressed up in this fanciful garb. I mean it. You look, handsome? I didn't mean to put a question mark at the end of it. I don't always give compliments, and I feel a bit awkward doing so. You are, though. Handsome, I mean. Really, why would I lie to you? I don't lie. You know that. Exactly. Oh? Ah. I'm sure you can tell, but Auntie got to me. She was just here a few moments ago before you arrived. Yes, always fussing over me, making sure every single detail is right. You should have seen her in the ballroom yesterday. She picked apart all the flower arrangements and did them all over again. She didn't like the pattern or something silly. I don't know. She's been very excited, though. I knew that she was gonna take a lot of time to make everything perfect, but geez, I've been stuck in this room the entire morning, from sunrise till now. I know, poor me, right? But seriously, I've had to put on and take off this dress so many times now. Huh? Well, firstly, she thought I had too much volume in my skirts. And then she took out some petticoats, and then there were too little, and then too much, and then the gloves were all wrong, and my jewelry didn't match well enough. I don't know. It was a whole lot. Anyway, here I am now, with skirts finally fluffy and full enough. Though, to be honest, I'm not even sure if I can fit through that door at this point. I could have lost one of the many layers, but I'm not gonna undress again. Too much of a hassle. Yeah, you might need to give me a big old shove out the door. Well, you should be able to now. You've put on a bit of muscle from all that training, haven't you? I mean, compared to what you looked like even a few months ago, no one would be able to recognize you if they haven't seen you in ages. But I've been right here, so I think I know what you look like pretty well. Well, you don't exactly compare to Lord Atlas, but maybe if you give it, I don't know, 100 years or so, maybe you can match up to his physique. I'm just kidding. I meant 50. Sorry, I'll stop. It's just too easy to tease you. Oh, well, not too much longer before the actual ceremony, and then we'll have the dance in the evening and whatever else that comes after. I hope that I'll just look as pretty and neat. It's unlikely, but it's gonna be a long, long day, and I don't know, it might get hectic. All of this won't last, and I'll just be me again. What? Oh, gosh. You're being silly too. But thank you. I am a little pretty, aren't I? Oh, and see? I'm even wearing light colors. Well, when we were choosing the fabrics, they gave me an option between dark blue and light blue, and well, you told me that I looked good in light colors, so I chose that one, and I guess you're right. I do like the dress. Apparently the style is pretty popular in the capital. It's been gaining traction since Lady Celeste wore it at a party. Actually, I think she'll be here. I don't know if Princess Dawn will be here, but they usually move in a pair. I'd be surprised if they didn't go together. Oh, the guest list? Well, the ceremony should be a lot smaller than the ball. Yes. Small doesn't mean 15 or so people. All of the houses are invited, so it will more likely be 50 people in total. I know a few extended family members will be there, like Consort Amaya or Prince Consort Baldric. A few imperial ministers will be there as well. And as for the celebration, I'm not really sure. Auntie took care of that for the most part. Probably a few other members of the imperial family. And I don't know, the other nobles, I suppose. Hopefully Lord Flectere won't be there, but I'll have you, so hopefully he'll stay away. But I won't be too bothered with meeting them, really. A brother will be there too, so I will definitely spend some time with him. It's been ages since I've last seen him, so I'm sure he'll be quite surprised by how much I've changed. I was pretty tiny when he left for the capital. Huh? Oh, come on. I've grown plenty in these few months alone. I'll be nearly your height in a matter of months. Just you watch. I'm gonna be annoyed if I stay at this height forever. But whatever. It is what it is. Whatever the gods decide, I shall take with gratitude. I mean, I'm happy to have even reached my debut day. And I'm happy to have met you. Thank you again for agreeing to escort me. You didn't have to be my partner. I could have asked one of my cousins to do it. I mean, they would have whined my ear off, but, you know. Thank you. You're really nice. I mean, I really don't know what I'd do without you. I give you too little praise. What are you talking about? It's true. You're my rock. You keep me grounded when I get, well, you know, all wound up. Like when we were in that cave. If I was alone when that happened, well, I would have been scared out of my wits. But you helped to keep me calm. Well, even so, a simple embrace was all I needed, and you gave me that. You really do have a sort of calming aura. It's like you exude tranquility. Maybe I am buttering you up a little now. You're really the best, though, book boy. No, you. I'm happy. Really, really happy where I am now. Ugh, don't pinch my cheeks. Get away. What are you, my aunt? Huh? Oh, another gift. I told you, the flowers were enough. You didn't need to get me anything in the first place. Okay, I'll close my eyes. Fine. I promise I'm not peeking. Swear it. My hand? Okay. What are you doing with my glove? Are you done now? Can I open my eyes? A ring? Are you... It's gorgeous. Thank you, but where did you even get this thing from? Oh. It's from your home? Are you sure? I mean, this must be quite important if you brought it in your bag with you. It really is a lovely gift. Does it? I think it looks quite nice on my hand as well. I'll make sure to keep it safe. Thank you. It will be my prized possession. Of course. But why did you give me a ring? Okay. A symbol of our bond and oath? You really are quite the poetic boy, aren't you? Perhaps you cherish this friendship of ours more than you let on. Oh, I know you like me. And yes, I like you too. Very much. Hey, come here. Well, for a hug, of course. Huh? What, are you shy all of a sudden? Oh, right. It won't mess up my dress. Don't worry. Oh, you know me. I can never get enough of your hugs. Did you want to let me go? Yeah. You like my hugs too? Good. No. It's gonna be a busy, busy day today. Yeah. I think I'll have to sneak away for a little nap later in a private parlor. You could sneak away with me if you'd like. You should meet me before the ball starts. That's fine. Auntie would rather have me rest and be fully awake for the dances rather than having to drag me around. A little bit of beauty sleep. It doesn't start till after the sun has set, so plenty of time. I'm not sure if the dress is going to survive till then, but I don't think the ceremony will be too strenuous. See? A little hug didn't do anything to it. Though, as long as I'm not running about and sparring, I think my dress will be spared. Hopefully your hair will stay perfect throughout the day too, or else Uncle might have something to say. Honestly though, I think you could change your hair in any sort of way and you'd still be a looker. You're right. If you sported Lord Sophia's hair, I might change my mind. I think he'd look better bald too, but he keeps on holding to like 3 pieces of hair on the top of his head. Anyway, I should finish my preparations for the ceremony, and you should probably find Uncle again. I won't mess up my speech. Ugh, I hope I don't anyway. Thank you. I know. I'm good at this kind of thing. All right. Now, be on your way before you ruin my dress. I'll see you there. I can do this. It's just a small, tiny little speech. This will be easy peasy. Easy peasy. Much easier than training or anything else I've done. I mean, there's only like 50 people out there. Why did it have to be so many people? Okay. It's literally like a 10-minute ceremony. It isn't hard, Eara. Come on. Oh! What are you doing back here? Wait, what? Don't tell me they could see me pacing around back here. Oh. Okay, well, that's good. I'm fine. It's okay, it's just... I'm a little freaked out back here, if I'm going to be honest. I mean, like, I very easily talk to my neighbors in the old village and people around the market and whatever, but I'm going to be out there making an embarrassment of myself in front of the top-ranked people in this empire. That is truly terrifying. Right. I'll just focus on you. Maybe that will help. But don't try and make me laugh or anything during my speech, though. Please, promise me. Okay. I'll be good. Right. I'm gonna make the best speech ever. Okay. One more hug before you go. Yeah. I'm good. I'm alright. Now make your way back out. The ceremony's gonna start soon.
I here present unto you all the Lady Elaysia, daughter of Sir Val and Lady Minaea Elaysia, adopted under the gracious hands of Duke Podrick. What is given today is for the gain of all. Under the eyes of the gods, as many have done before, will you do the same as they have done? Are you, Lady Eaera, willing to take the oaths I shall lay before you?
I am willing.
As a new noble lady of the grand household of Elaysia, will you promise to serve your household and those who occupy this land beneath your feet?
I promise.
Will you use your gifts and wealth to the benefit of your people?
I will.
Do you accept the judgment of the gods above?
I do.
Shall you stay loyal to the Empire and to the land of Penkos?
With all my heart, I promise I shall. I will take all these oaths and uphold what I have said today.
To remind us all of our duties, I shall read to you the oracle of our goddess. Submit yourself unto the land, and I shall look upon your faces and hearts. I shall provide to you the shields and spears you require. Defend your pride and honour, my blood of blood. All that you do shall not be in vain. Balance shall be kept and the scales reset. Do not forget in your hearts that I look over you, so long as you submit your loyalty to the land of Elaysia, to that of my mother's land of Penkos and Morena. Hold strong, show no fear. Please hear our prayers and cries, O Goddess Elaysia. Direct and support your blood of blood, Lady Eaera. May she use your power for good and bless those who carry your goodwill. Bow before the shield of Elaysia and present yourself to the people of her blood and the gods themselves.
Welcome, sirs and madams of the noble courts and beyond. I implore those of you who have witnessed my debut ceremony today to take the words of Our Lady Elaysia to heart. I will as well. It has been a long time since I have been reminded of the words that were said to me a few years back after the tragic loss of my father. Hold strong. Show no fear. After his death, any news of the blights and shroud gave me shivers. To lose not just one but two parents to the silt of death. But I held those words deep in my heart. I held strong. I moved forward. I held swords, spears, and shields. I practiced the gifts passed on to me. I showed no fear. And so, I present myself to the gracious lords and ladies of the vast empire of Penkos. No longer Little Eaera, but now a proud member of the grand household of Elaysia. I am Lady Eaera Elaysia. I shall fight in the armies and protect this land just as my father did and just as my brother does. Just as I have promised before you. I shall remain loyal to this land, submit to it. I shall serve this household and never bring it shame. I shall use my wealth, powers, and gifts to support the people that keep the land working. I will accept the judgment of the gods. I trust in their wisdom. I shall serve you as a faithful follower, Goddess Elaysia.
Be dignified, be faithful, be courageous, young lady. Let Elaysia's strength and grace shine upon you, and happy debut.
is he? I've been waiting for him forever after the ceremony. Maybe he'll show up in like 3 seconds. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I guess not. Okay. One more time. 1, 2, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. I give up. Maybe I should just go ahead and take my nap instead. I'm just so bored. What could be taking so long? Oh. I do need my beauty sleep. Oh. Oh. It's you. Well, finally. Anyway, where have you been? I was waiting forever for you. Like, I've been here for at least 30 minutes. Where were you, huh? Oh. Did Uncle really drag you away to do that? I don't know why you need to greet people. You'll see them at the ball later. Fine, fine. At least you're here now. I accept your apology. You do look rather ruffled up, though. What were they doing to you? Kicking you around on the floor? Jeez. I hope I don't get hugged by them then. Here, let me fix your hair a little bit. There. Perfect. I wish I could fix my hair that easy. Once it gets into a mess, it stays a mess. So, did you meet anyone interesting? Ah, I see. I guess it is a little bit exciting to see the Imperial family members up close, but I've seen quite a few of them after they sent condolences about both my parents. Quite kind of them to visit, to be honest. I wasn't sure if any of them would be happy to visit me at all. I doubted they had that time of day. I mean, Father wasn't a duke when he passed, after all. Just another knight of the realm. Many consorts came to visit when my mother died, like my great-aunt Minaea or my cousin Arista. Oh, great-aunt Minaea was my paternal grandmother's brother's wife's sister, if that makes any sense. They're quite a bit older than me, indeed. It's quite funny to see my cousin already having a family when I'm just starting my life. Strangely, though, how they've both made it into the Imperial family. I hope I get to serve the Imperial family, but perhaps not as a wife. It's not quite my ideal anyhow. Being a wife isn't out of the picture. Being a homemaker is as difficult and noble as any other pursuit. I simply don't want to settle into that kind of role yet, as much as my aunt wishes for me to do so. I want to pursue knighthood and make my father and my mother and brother proud. Maybe someday I'll start a family of my own, but for the next few years, they're for me and me alone. What about you? Interested in becoming a husband and father? Well, perhaps it's too soon to tell, but I don't think you'd be a terrible father, no. You're kind and intelligent and, well, a bit goofy, so you'd be able to make your child laugh at least. What? You are rather strange sometimes, whether you mean it or not, and it's funny. But I suppose you must have many plans for the future as well. suppose we're the same then. My dreams are pretty important to me, too. I want to accomplish my goals and then I can focus on other things. My future is pretty clear-cut, though. Well, if everything goes right anyway. I'll become a squire and then be an apprentice under Targathon's banner. And then I'll spend the next few years in service on whatever border is needed of me, and then in the Targathon Gorge, as all soldiers do. Perhaps the Shroud as well. Then, once I have gained enough experience and credit to my name, I'll move to the capital, just like my brother. I can't wait to introduce you to him. He's just amazing. He's never let anything stop him, and now he's a brave knight in the capital. You know, that's kind of how my mother and father met. He was a young and dashing duke. Well, that's what my mother said anyhow. He was also quite a well-known knight that had survived the terror of the Shroud. He came out fairly unscathed, though he did have a large gash on his back after a rough battle. He was in the capital to be awarded some sort of medal and was soon to transfer as captain to guard one of the younger princes. My mother was new to the capital. She was sent there to study and experience the riches and culture there as a young lady. Of course, though, since she was more from the countryside, she had been a bit fussy about the entire thing, running off whenever she could down cobbled streets. My father said my rambunctiousness came from her. I would like to think he's right. My brother is a bit more stoic, serious even, like my father. But apparently she had been on a little trip alone down the docks, and, well, she found herself in a bit of trouble. Some thieves had come to rob her in broad daylight, of all things. Mother wouldn't simply stand down, so she put up her fists. Her yelling caught the ear of my father, who had been procrastinating his arrival to the imperial palace, and ran to her aid. But by the time he had managed to swing his sword even once, she had them spinning around in the air, making them sick on themselves. They'd managed to run into each other a few more times while they stayed in the capital. Apparently, they would have stayed permanently, but father found being a knight there was actually rather tiring. Oh, well, yes. I too want to be in the capital. It is the end-all be-all of the knights. Even if my father didn't enjoy it in the end, perhaps I will. And there's no greater honor than to protect the imperial family. They are the children of blessed Manium. So I would be rather pleased with myself if I can manage to make it to that sort of level. Well, I believe my father simply hated the pageantry of everything. It wasn't simple anymore, especially since he was Duke of Elaysia, and became much more annoying. And although he had a steward, he felt far too disconnected from his land, so both my mother and father retired to, well, here, in Elaysia. Father soon after relinquished his title of Duke to my, well, uncle. But with all the work he had done as Duke in that short amount of time, he had won the favor of the people around him. Oh, yes. Even after his death, he's still quite beloved around here. Well, he was a kind man of the people. He enjoyed tilling the fields with them, hunting to bring something to the table of everyone. It was like we were all one big family, not simply a subject and their lord. And we could not we could not survive without each other after all. I am more well known as Val's daughter rather than Lady Eaera. Even now, I still spend quite a bit of time there when it becomes winter. I help during the hunts. I am a bit of a tracker. I'm glad to do it. It's become sort of a tradition for me anyway. I must do what my father has done before me. I'm quite the proud daughter, indeed. He is everything that Elaysia embodies, and I wish to be that too. Well, our land is protected by our goddess, Elaysia. She is representative of the shield. She protects our people. Her strength gives us resilience, stability, and tradition. Steadfast in what we do, and therefore I wish to be very much like my father. He was righteous and fair, kind and generous as well. He was a wonderful knight, and a wonderful person. So that's what I strive for. This debut brings me closer and closer now to that dream. And perhaps you'll be glad for me to finally leave you be. I can be rather obnoxious, wouldn't you say? Please, you needn't tell me the whole truth. I know. I am rather loud and boisterous at times, aren't I? Well, perhaps I'll be gone once I'm whipped into shape once I become a squire. Hopefully not too much of me will be gone by the time I'm done, but... Well, I'm glad that you say that. I quite enjoy your personality as well, and your company too. And I'm glad that you could finally join me in the parlor. I needed a little break from all the fuss that was going on today. Yeah, I too thought the ceremony went well. Much quicker than I thought it would. Which I was rather thankful for, honestly. I couldn't imagine having to sit with perfect posture and pretty smiles for over an hour or more. And, well, thank you for checking up on me, too. I'm really grateful for you. Well, of course, it made me feel so much better after you spoke to me. You gave me the confidence boost I needed, I think. You're the absolute best. I just really don't know what I'd do without you. I'm just an absolute mess at times, and you know it. But it's really like all the worries just wash away. Have you thought about becoming a healer in the future? Because you have a knack for making people feel rather comfortable. So comfortable, in fact, I might fall asleep. How much time until the dance begins? We must be there for our first. If I miss it, Aunt would set me on fire. Will you really? But what if you fall asleep too? Fine. I will trust you. And what will you do in the meantime? Oh, of course you've brought a little pocketbook with you. Fine, fine. Read away. A little catnap will do then. Let me just... Make sure you wake me up in time. Promise? Promise.